Welcome to the High Vibe Soul Podcast, a space where we discuss personal growth, spirituality, motherhood, relationships, and shifting old paradigms so that you can live your most authentic, soul-aligned life. I'm your host, Lyndsey, and I founded the High Vibe Soul Company to empower women and support them in becoming their highest, brightest selves. From my light to yours, I am so grateful you're here. Hello, my loves. Welcome to your January energy forecast. Let's dive right in. And apologies if you hear me, see me on YouTube shifting and moving around. My belly is getting so big. You would think I'm at the end of pregnancy, but I'm not. I'm about to enter my third trimester. And yeah, I had a guy actually tell me the other day in the parking lot, another dad, like, oh, any day now, huh? And I was like, nope, sir. Nope. About 3 more months. Thank you. So that's where I'm at. So if you hear me moving and shifting around, I'm just trying to get comfortable with the little lady in my belly. Okay, so let's dive in. I was just meditating on the energy of January for all of you. I called in your higher selves. I called in your highest guides of light and love, your highest angels, and they are going to continue to probably give me information throughout this podcast. But I'll tell you what I got in meditation. So they really wanted to reiterate, if you have not reflected on the last 9-year cycle that we just went through and the last year, they really, really want you to do so. It's so, so important that you reflect, look back at what themes popped up for you, what lessons you moved through. Are you bringing anything forward? And what did you let go of? All of it. And I highly recommend checking out my 2026 year ahead energy forecast because I dive into a little bit more of that as well as the full energetic picture of what 2026 will look like for you. But that was something that came through with the energy forecast for 2026 as well. They want you to also spend some time in January just daydreaming, imagining, visioning, and really let go of where you've been. However you've gotten to where you are now, they kind of just want you to let that go. Because some of you listening have gotten to where you are now by forcing versus flowing and by pushing versus kind of leaning in and receiving and doing the dance. This is a whole new era, they were stressing. How you've gotten to where you are now may not be how things will go going forward. So if you have been pushing, forcing, controlling, you've got to let go of this because this is not the vibe going forward. They gave me sort of a ritual for January that I think was really a great idea. I'm going to do it as well. Write out any of your old beliefs, any of your old habits, patterns, ways of doing, any way that you thought you should do things, the way you should do life, but maybe you're realizing it's not in alignment. Write this all out, either on a chalkboard or write it on a piece of paper. And if it's on a chalkboard, just write it out and then erase it all. Give yourself that like fresh slate visual. And if it's on a piece of paper, tear it up and ideally burn it. And let that kind of be your January ritual to remind yourself that you're starting fresh. They were playing this song in my head. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. I forget who sings it, but you know what I'm talking about. It's a whole new era. They also said January is like pre-New Year, even though, technically on our calendar, Gregorian calendar, January is the New Year. It's not really. Like February is going to be our energetic New Year. But they said you're really dipping a toe, but it is not full throttle go time yet. So just keep that in mind. This is going to be a slower month. This is supposed to be more of an easing into the year kind of month. It is not a rocket ship into the year. 111 specifically, collective power day for visioning, they said. Also, they really want you to choose a word of the year. And if you've never done this, it is such a fun exercise and it's really a beautiful thing to come back to throughout the year. It's something I'm doing in my actual 111 workshop here in Atlanta. So you choose a word of the year and you do it by meditating and feeling into it and asking your team of light, asking your soul, what theme do I need to really lean into this year? And that is your energy for the year. That is your filter and your perspective for the whole year. Like my word of the year this year was joy. So that was the filter that I tried to look through for every single action that I took, for every choice that I made. Does this bring me joy? Does this make my heart soar? My word of the year for next year, my two words of the year that I've been given are expansion, like hello, my belly, not just expansion with my family, but it's going to be expansion for me energetically, and then also clarity. So my team was saying, you're going to expand, and as you do, more and more clarity will come on where you're headed, what can and cannot come with you, all of it. That's just an example. Feel into what your energy for the year is. And then they really want you, going back to that 111 day, they really want you to take that theme, that word of the year, that feeling, and just vision what your life could look like, filtering it through that theme. And always say, if not this, something better. They also mentioned something that I already knew, but I had kind of forgotten. In human design, I'm not a human design expert, but I do love it. And you can Google it and figure it out. You can look in your chart and see if you're a specific or non-specific manifester. I highly recommend doing this. Most of us are non-specific, which means that we are supposed to manifest based on the energy. We're not supposed to say, say you want a new car. It's not supposed to be like, I want a red Jeep with black rims and da-da. It's not supposed to be specific. It's, I want to feel sporty when I get in my car. I want to feel adventurous when I get in my car. It's more like the energy. So that's specific versus non-specific. So check that out in your chart, because that'll give you a clue on how you're supposed to manifest. Really important. So the guides and angels were saying a lot of you need to really calm and relax your nervous system before trying to manifest. So ideally, if you can take the first half of January to just really slow down, really clear your schedule as much as possible, lean into breath work. It doesn't feel like intense breath work to me. It feels like gentle, deep breathing, anything that's going to soothe your vagus nerve, which is the main nerve that runs through your nervous system. Yoga, nature. They mentioned for those of you that live in really cold areas and it's almost painful to get outside, get a grounding mat. It mimics the feeling and the frequency and the energy of sitting on the grass. So get a grounding mat, plug it in, and sit in a sunny area, like a sunlit window is what I was feeling, on the ground on your grounding mat. That'll help you a lot to really calm your nervous system. They also mentioned my frequency generator. I wish I had it with me. It's about this big if you're looking on YouTube, a frequency generator from Energy Muse that was recommended. And I definitely can feel a shift. The one that I got is like 7.83 hertz, which is supposed to be the same as, again, sitting on the grass. It's a grounding frequency. And it is really relaxing the whole family at night. They don't even know I turn it on because there's no noise. It just sends out the frequency. It's hard to explain. You have to Google it. But yeah, I got that and I put it on every evening. And I swear the kids have been so much better at night, because normally it's like a total shit show here after dinner, from dinner to bedtime. So highly recommend that. What else did they mention? Oh, they mentioned microdosing too. And that's something that I'm obviously can't do this while I'm pregnant, but it's something that I typically do every winter break, because if you're a mom, this is such an intense, crazy time. There's just so many events. There's so many tugs on your energy. It's like there's so much you have to do. I know I was volunteering in 2 of my kids' classrooms, and then it was like they had a preschool event, and I had 4 days in a row of being at this school right before winter break, and then it's all the Christmas events and all the things, right? Whether you're a mom or not, it's so busy. And we don't even have family in our area. So I can't even imagine if we then had family parties and all of that on top of it. But yeah, I love to microdose to calm my nervous system after winter break. It's one of my favorite things. I really trust Microflow Healing. Check out her website. She's extremely knowledgeable and I just love her products. But microdosing is one of those things. I'll have to do an episode on it where it just opens your heart. It opens up your creativity. It doesn't feel like you're in an altered state, because you're not. It's just this little uptick in feeling happier and more connected and more relaxed, and it really soothes your nervous system. So somebody might want to try that that's listening. Also, massage and acupuncture came up as two of the options for you to calm your nervous system. A lot of you also need to digitally unplug for a time, and then the clarity is going to pop in, and then you're really going to be able to start visioning for this new year. So that means limit social media, mainstream music, TV shows. Definitely don't ever watch the news, even podcasts. We're in such a time of more, and just taking in so much information because we have so much access, but it can really frazzle our nervous systems, and it definitely muddies your intuition. So that's my hack. Anytime I feel like my intuition's off, I just take a weekend to completely unplug. Another thing that came up in this meditation is that romantic love may be under the microscope, and it felt like some of you might even be called to start dating again. Some people are going to be reworking their relationships, and then other people are going to be maybe starting new relationships, which makes perfect sense, because then I was like, okay, well, what is the numerology collectively for January? And it's a 2-month. And 2 months are all about relationships, partnerships, friends, connection, collaboration. Going a little deeper, 2 months are slower months. They're really meant for receiving and the natural unfolding things, and just intentionally slowing down to find balance and harmony. And I wrote down finding equilibrium in all areas of your life. That's going to be really, really important this month, and it's going to feel like something you're really called to. Your emotional sensitivity might be a bit higher as well. This is definitely a month where you want to have gentle conversations. It's not a month to be confrontational or aggressive. It's going to be, like I said, a more sensitive month, and especially in the partnership arena. So that's what I have for you. Let's dive into the cards. I just pulled them, but I haven't looked at them. I'm so excited to see them. Let's see. Okay, so first I asked, what are your themes, your top themes for January? So let's see what came through. Ooh, okay, this is from the Goddess Power Oracle, and it's Goddess Brigid. I think I'm saying that right. Brigid? Please correct me. And the theme is creative spark. Inspiration and imagination are yours to play with right now. You effortlessly connect to your inner creative spark and make meaningful and beautiful experiences for yourself and others. Take advantage of this fruitful time. This fiery Celtic goddess of creativity calls you to play in the artistry of your life, your work, and your loves. Are you listening? That is the empowerment message. There's also an alignment message. So sometimes you get into a creative slump and you may feel frozen in midair, unable to move in any direction. Perhaps you're unsure of the next step with someone new, or a project becomes a looming behemoth in your mind, or you can't think of anything to say in a social moment. Maybe you think all of your best ideas are gone. The alignment task offered is moving your attention away and remembering what it is like when you were little. Playful curiosity is what's called for. Don't take yourself or your conditions too seriously. Free yourself from the burden of expectation and don't try so hard. So basically, let your inner child come out and play if you feel creatively blocked. But that's really exciting, and that goes along with the visioning and the daydreaming and the message of what could happen this month, what could happen this year, and really just kind of planting those little seeds of intention. It feels really important to just let go of anything that's happened in the past and don't make assumptions based on what's happened in the past. Okay, next card, Athena, knowledge. Athena, the Greek goddess of intellect and strategy, says knowledge is power, and you are in a perfect position to gain greater clarity at this time. Your hard work is paying off. Everything you've learned about life has brought you to this moment. Your knowledge, choices, and intentions are aligned with divine will. Your intellect is keen. Your mind is clear. You know what to do. The world is making sense, and you don't have to question or debate it. Have courage, my love. Your most precious dreams are within reach. The goddess Athena will help. Oh, I love that. And then her alignment message. Sometimes logic just isn't enough to determine the truth of your situation. If things don't add up or make sense, you may find yourself distrustful. Ingenuity and curiosity again, is called for as you face the unknown. Don't jump to conclusions. All the information has yet to be revealed, and it won't come by force. We talked about this earlier, nor by overthinking or overanalyzing. Release any projected stories or expectations and accept you may not have all the facts. Ask for clarity, remain open and receptive. This is the correct and most beneficial strategy now. So that's the alignment message if you're not feeling that first message, which goes along with what we just talked about. And this last card for your third theme for January is Goddess Freya, Radical Acceptance. When you see life as a battleground, you lose sight of a more easeful way to be in the world. Can you be in the middle of chaos and allow yourself to center in the quiet in the eye of the storm? Let the peace of Freya, the Norse goddess of war, enter your mind. She offers the gift of acceptance, the knowing that there is nothing to resist right now. See your world at face value. Look into it with discernment. It's a big theme for 2026. When you see with greater clarity, not taking the world so personally, you won't fight at all. You can surrender to what is, you can move to higher ground, begin again, or wait until the drama dies down on its own. Okay, that definitely feels like it might be something with relationships, partnerships. And then let's read the alignment message. Failure and disappointment are parts of life that few want to accept. Perhaps a job you want doesn't come through, a love you thought was the one betrays your hopes and expectations, or maybe your kids are acting out. Hello, welcome to my life. Maybe a long-term creative project didn't yield the success you so dearly hoped for, or perhaps you were hurt by someone for no apparent reason. Have no fear, this is only temporary. It's not the time to linger in perceptions of low self-worth. Accept the truth wholeheartedly. See your situation for what it is. Goddess Freya will bring you to a place of surrender where you have time to heal, and you will emerge stronger and wiser. Only good will come out of this. Okay, that feels like something we need to revisit as the month goes on. That's a beautiful reminder. Next, I asked, what are the potential opportunities for January? The first opportunity, this is from the Oracle of the Seven Energies, Time Machine. Concepts for this are inherited patterns, conditioning, lessons already learned, cellular memory, honoring the past without being trapped there. Okay, so this is really going back to what the guides and angels were saying earlier, which is looking back at where you've been, but not getting stuck in those stories. I'm just going to paraphrase because this is a long one. Look to the past for answers now. Ask yourself, in this situation, what can I learn from those who came before me? What traits can I emulate in order to move through this challenge with wisdom? How can I build on what I already know and integrate this understanding, and what might I do differently? Sometimes you walk blindly into traps set in the past. Perhaps you couldn't see you were repeating a pattern until you were well in it. The best course of action here is to rest, practice self-compassion, make a conscious choice to do something differently next time, and clarity will come. Remember that if you always do what you did before, you'll get what you always got. You can make a different choice regarding how you respond to life right now. And that also goes back to the original theme of just stepping into this brand new, this is clean slate, new vibe, fresh energy. So just letting go of what has happened before. And then your next opportunity for January. Oh, I love this card. A powerful move. Key concepts here: action, movement with purpose, making choices from an empowered and thoughtful place, positive change, putting into motion your intention. Change is in the air. This is a powerful time when deliberate action is needed to move intention out of the realm of thought and into the material. You are a mighty co-creator, so step into that power and see your intentions manifest in the world. Real positive change is possible when you make choices from an authentic sense of self and take a conscious step toward your dreams. To take steps toward your intended experience, start first with the way you think. Let curiosity be the focus now. Okay, I think we have another theme for January, curiosity. Display a willingness to discover new things instead of confirming your past expectations. Be open, be clear about your motives and desires, and set your intention. And then step into the magic, just waiting for you to claim it. Act with thoughtfulness and awareness, and remember to be true to yourself. What an exciting time indeed. Love that. So those are your 2 opportunities for January. And then I said, what are the potential challenges for January? Oh, okay. And the first card, interesting, in perfect harmony, which harmony, balance is definitely a theme, as well as collaboration. So let's see what this card says. Key concepts. Remember, this could be a challenge for you. Togetherness, healthy and harmonious partnership, commitment to a relationship, collaboration with others, interdependence. Ooh. Collaboration is key as you're invited to explore the potential inherent in making a commitment to another person, a group, or even yourself. Being your authentic self actually brings you into alignment with others. You are one note in a harmony that neither overpowers nor is overpowered by any other. Your beautiful interdependence allows you all to shine. Just keep an eye out for a sign that your subconscious, which has been conditioned by your previous hurts and experience, is working in a way not in accord with what your healthy self intends. For example, you may desire a relationship but expect to be betrayed, so then you unconsciously sabotage it. You may say you want to lose weight but continue to eat compulsively and avoid exercise. In these moments, you are not attuned with yourself, and this disharmony spills out into other parts of your life. If this is happening, take a hard look, do a self-inventory, forgive yourself, and then start singing a new song of self-love and acceptance. What's really great about this is how quickly you are now able to turn this around. Have no fear. It is so easy to get back into tune and harmony. You can do it. Okay, so that's a potential challenge to remember. Oh, and another relationship card for challenge. Okay, I want to hear how this plays out for everyone. Tender embrace. Key concepts here: compassion, warm-hearted care for self and others, sensitivity, empathy, benevolence, and kindness. Now is the time to reduce pain and focus on compassion in all areas of your life. Today, do something deliberately kind for another. Ask yourself now, where do I need to be kinder and gentler? How can I serve? And in what capacity can I be in alignment with the solution to the suffering of the world? Could it also be you need to be more compassionate with yourself? If you spend all your time in service to others, it's easy to forget about your own needs. When you accept yourself, you can bring more loving energy to others. Make a commitment to compassion and self-compassion. Release yourself from burdens of perfectionism. Allow yourself to be the grace to be human, and then do the same for others. It's not your job to tell others how to express themselves, even if you don't like the way the world behaves. Today, be kind for no reason at all and watch miracles arise. Okay, so it's going to be a tender time for relationships, but knowing this, going into this, having this awareness is very helpful. And then lastly, I said, okay, well, what else do we need to know that we don't already know for January? And this is from the Nature Whispers deck that I love. This one, I feel like this maybe came through for the 2026 energy update. Amplify your positive emotions. There is a ripple effect of energy flowing from you. Be positive. Simply staying happy and sending happiness out from your heart will benefit those around you. As you adjust your motives and attitudes, this energy flows from you in concentric circles, affecting all of your desires and beliefs. There's a chance to bring good fortune and influence to all the events in your life. As circles also represent cycles, remember you are continually going in and out of cycles. With every ending comes a new beginning. Trust that the positive energy you radiate will attract what you wish for. Okay, and then, oh, the next theme. I very vividly remember this came through in December as well. Clear out the old. So some of you, maybe all of you, we need to still clear out the old. We're still going to be shedding and releasing a bit. And I'm right there with you because I'm entering a personal 9 year. So it's going to continue for me too. Whatever you're experiencing now is the creation that you've brought into existence from the past thoughts and feelings. You can let go and begin to dream of a new reality. Let go of the aspects of this creation that no longer serve you or have a purpose. Release what has gone wrong in the past, just tying it back in with the beginning. Release also any material possessions that do not serve the new dream you now want to create. Know that where you are now, you can create anew and begin again. I have a mentor who was actually talking about how she kept getting the message to clean out her closet. Her closet was just full of all kinds of old clothes and all stuff. And as soon as she did, that's when like huge money came in. So that feels like a message for somebody too. And then the last card, intuition. I love this one. It's so beautiful. Your creative process is unique to you. As you get started, magic happens. Get focused on a project and you don't stop as you're a hard worker with a lot of endurance. You are a trendsetter and you seem to understand what people love as you're very forward thinking. You're being reminded now that you have your own inner voice guiding you always. Tap into your wisdom and allow the higher perspective. What a perfect way to end. So that is your energy update for January. Let me know how this lands. Let me know how everything pans out. And if you haven't already, you've got to check out the 2026 year ahead energy forecast because, oh my gosh, so much came through and I'm so excited for this year. We are just getting started, friends. So with that, I will leave you and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for listening to the High Vibe Soul podcast. Your support means the world to me. So if you enjoyed this episode, please rate, review, subscribe, and share with a loved one. Sign up for my newsletter and receive 2 free high vibe meditations straight to your inbox. And for more ways to work with me, click the links in the show notes. I would love to hear from you, so send me a message on my Instagram at the.highvibe.soul, and I'll see you next time.